Hey guys, Steph here. I've got JoAnne with me. We are in a Jeep in Hawaii. Sweatshirts are off, the sun's coming out. We got our guns out and we are talking about the big leap. How to jump from your zone of excellence to your zone of genius. We've got the Big Leap book, audiobook we've been listening to in the morning by Gay Hendricks. I'll show you it there. Look it up. It's incredible.
Love the guy.
And our conversation today is actually, we're going to be talking about our own zones and how we took the leap through and how it's easy to stay stuck in the zone of good, the zone of excellence. But we really want to jump forth to the zone of genius. So stay tuned, listen up, and here we go. So JoAnne, let's chat this out about a story that maybe you have seen yourself getting stuck in this. It's a good life. It's a zone of excellence, but it's not quite that zone of genius, and how you bring yourself back down.
When we were listening to the audiobook this morning, he was saying some things that so resonated with me. It was so perfect. He was talking about how we have these places where we're pretty comfortable, where it's kind of known, and when something really good happens to us, we sabotage ourselves to get back to that known kind of comfort level. And so as he was saying it, I felt it for me. Like, I have a comfort zone with the amount of income I have coming in now. It feels really comfortable, and I think I have this thought in my head that, like, who am I to want more? I'm really good now, you know. But as he was talking, I'm like, oh, but that's my comfort zone. For me to really blow up and have more income come in
and help more people
would be somewhere that I'm not quite comfortable. And I think, Steph, I recognized a pattern in my head, like, who am I to, like, step out into that greatness? Like, you should be happy where you are. Probably sounds like some of the things my mother told me.
We have these money stories that we tell ourselves, and something that JoAnne just mentioned to me was she had this idea that a link between average income and happiness was around 70 grand? 75,000. So this is a belief that she truly believes. She's ingrained this in her head, so she's staying there. So to have that conversation and to think about, well, that's the average, and yes, they're happy, but that doesn't mean you can't be happy with more than that. And for me, with money, the minute I take it away from money and towards service or how many more people you can help, that's when I actually took my leap. And for me, I was really stuck for years in my business, keeping it as a hobby because that was the safe route. And I had a money story of, you got to pay all your bills on time, and you got to work a good job and pay off your student loan. So until I rewired that money story, I was stuck in a full-time job with my business as a side hustle. So I did have to take massive action and go through that uncomfortable stage. But what's on the other side is that excellence, that zone of genius, right? You go from a life that's good, it's a good life, to a freaking amazing life. And it's uncomfortable as heck to get there because it's that unknown and that fear pulling you back to your comfort zone, because that's what's easy. That vibration is where we want to live. For what reason, right? What psychological reason?
Well, I think the comfort zone is like where we feel we deserve, right? I think we have beliefs. Like, for me, some of it was this idea that the resources in the planet are limited, and if I take more money, I'm making other people less, or there's less available. I don't believe that's true anymore. I think that there's abundance everywhere, and if I'm more abundant, it's only going to create more abundance in the people I'm working with and what I serve. It's going to create more happiness. So this idea that abundance is infinite,
absolutely,
but it's not what we're told. It's told, don't eat your vegetables because there's starving children in Africa, and you don't want to waste, and you don't want to do this, and you got to behave to be a good girl.
So that's actually one of the things I do in step 3 of my 4 steps to success, is that financial action plan is actually rewiring your money story and starting to populate your mind with positive vibrations around abundance of money, because that really we're wired from day one. I mean, my 30 years, and it's what we're ingrained before we're 6, and you don't blame your parents. It's all for a reason, but it's our money stories. So just as much as we've wired them, we can rewire them, unwire them, rewire them. So that's something you can do, is you can look up Abraham Hicks and a financial audio. One of my favorites is James Wedmore, 77 business affirmations. It's all just reaffirming your mind to this belief. And I'm a firm believer that to own a business, it's 80% of it is our mindset and what we tell ourselves. So if you don't have that circle of influence physically, go online and get your audios and download them and listen to them each and every day. And in the morning, you don't expect just to wake up with abundant energy. Some days you will, but the days that you don't, that's okay. You can fire up your power plant.
Get yourself into that state, right?
So what are some of your favorite ways to get your vibration high?
Well, like you, I don't listen to the news because that fires me down. I listen to things that inspire me and make me feel really good. I listen to Abraham Hicks. I listen to podcasts of my meditation teacher, Masajati, and I really make a deliberate effort to feel even better. Like I take that time in the morning with a cup of tea that I love doing, looking out of my window at the ocean, and even saying, well, how can I even feel better about today? I look for something to appreciate. And
I love what you do with when something doesn't go right in JoAnne's world. She goes, what's gonna happen? What's the next beautiful thing? When something doesn't work out as going from plan A to plan B, well, what's plan C? This is exciting.
It's exciting, for me. So like you, Steph, I have these little practices in the morning where I get up feeling really good, and I try and go to bed in that same state.
Yeah.
Like I love a little practice that I think it's one of Abraham's, that I go through the alphabet, and I think the first letter of all positive feeling things, like A, B, bravo. See, and I go through the whole alphabet, kind of make a game of it. I'm usually asleep before F, but I go to bed in a positive feeling place, and when I get up, I also know that there's more positive. No matter how good I'm feeling, there's more to go. So
and it really, you can do a lot of work in your sleep, so use it to your advantage. Just as we can set ourselves up for a positive vibrational sleep, if you watch a scary movie or something that puts you into that low vibration, you're actually going to be doing that throughout the night subconsciously. So it doesn't take long. You could do 60 seconds of breath work and positive affirmations in your head, put on an audio. It doesn't mean you have to do an hour of meditation before bed. I'm all about quick, easy things, and that's all that it takes, is something that makes you feel good before bed, because you're actually going to bathe in that all night long. So and then wake up with that energy. Yeah. What was this video about? I forget.
Well, we were talking about
Genius.
that this idea of you're comfortable in a certain place, but I think the core of it, Steph, is you really valuing yourself and starting to feel your worth, and that you are worthy of abundance, and it's not about doing things right, feeling good about yourself when you exercise and eat right, and then feeling bad about yourself when you don't. That'll keep you in a stuck place. So how can you feel good about yourself no matter what you're doing?
Because feeling good is the work.
Feeling good is the work,
Yeah.
And those places of comfort, the comfort zone will have you living a probably pretty good life. But the thing you miss out, I feel, when you stay in the comfort zone is that excited anticipation of life feeling really alive for you. Just feeling good where you are. I think as human beings, we need change. We get bored with things. That's a good thing. We need abundance. We need novel. We need new. Our brains and bodies thrive on that. So give yourself permission to want to try something new.
And try out that breathwork technique when you're in the car. So I don't like driving. So what do I do when I drive to PEI or a long distance? Is I focus on the breath. I listen to audios that make me feel happy. I do things. I think of positive things, but really it's the breathwork. It is for me when I get into a state of of unease, it's the breath. And try that out in your day-to-day activity, or when you're doing the dishes and you can tell that you're a little grumpy doing the dishes, then start with the breath. It's actually, oh great, I've got 5 minutes to work on the breath, and that's just as good as going to a 10-day Vipassana and meditating. I
love that, Steph. So all of us have things in our day that feel like chores, whether it's driving or doing the dishes. People seem to have a lot of resistance over, and you can use those little chores in your life to start making them a practice, to see how good you can feel doing your little chores. And I like to call those things your life on meditation. That makes it really real, that if something feels like a chore, that's okay. We all have things that we have to do, and how can you turn it into like something a little more fun, a little more enjoyable? When people don't like doing the dishes, I always volunteer to do them, because I don't want that bad energy going into my dishes.
No. And I'll tell you, the way you can kind of notice you're stepping into this parasympathetic state, this rest and digest, this healing state, we actually have to be in that state to heal. So how you notice this is your heart rate slows down. Your breath becomes longer. You can go to massage, reflexology, listen to audios. There's all sorts of ways to get into this state. But how you know for your own body is your heart rate starts to slow down. You get a little chilly. Your breathing becomes longer. So that's how you know that you've really accessed that healing state.
And Steph, if you practice on like the dishes, then the big things you want to do in your life, like launching your business, you will have the skills, you will have practiced them. So when it feels scary to, try a new business or to interview for a new job or to go out on that date, you have the skills because you practice them on your dishes.
And that, let's just to wrap this up, come back to fear is actually just excitement without the breath. So you're about to go on stage for the first time or do a live video. What do? You take that nervous energy, you take a breath, and all of a sudden you have the capability to do amazing things.
And give yourself permission to go bigger, baby.
Oh yeah. All right, guys, I'm Steph. This is JoAnne. Come join us in our free communities. The links are below. Subscribe to our channel and let's grow. So JoAnne's business is to help you if you have pain and niggly joint pain, and you have things to do in your life. You want to get rid of that pain ASAP. Mind Body Solutions, links below. And if you are a health coach wanting to explode your business online, come on over to Work Smarter, Not Harder. We will lift you higher, we will support you, and we will even help you go live for the first time. Come on over and we'll see you on the next episode.
Bye.